Good morning, guys, and welcome to another session of Mr. Stein's art channel, Can't Have Heart Without Art. Yes, I'm coming to you live, pre-recorded of course, from School 17, right outside my closet. Yes, there is the infamous art closet. Ooh. All right, guys. As promised to you guys, I'm making you your optical illusion video for today. You guys asked. It'll show everything beginning to end and everything in between. So, first thing I'm going to do is actually make my background, which I did not show you guys too much of in class. I'm going to use a pencil, find a middle point. I'm just going to estimate or guesstimate, and I'm going to make my vanishing point lines. So I'm going to go use a ruler. Everything's going to cross the middle line. And after a while, it's going to be hard to do that with a ruler. So I'm actually just going to go around it like this. I have a paper under my paper, so I don't have to worry about going off my paper. I'm just going to keep on going. I can turn my paper as needed. You guys know that. Everything is touching that middle dot. I'm just going to keep on rotating my paper, putting my ruler on the main dot. That one missed a little bit, but that's okay. You guys know that perfection, not overly important. You guys know that it's almost impossible to be perfect, so don't worry so much about the little mistakes. So you can see I'm going around it, I'm moving my cords out of the way. It is easier if you have a nice clean table, guys. So try to make yourself enough space to do your work without having to move things every 5 minutes. Move your cat out of the way if your cat likes to sleep on your table. Move your little brother or sister out of the way. Barricade them from the room. Don't put any booby traps. I know you guys can try to lay some traps. No booby traps for your siblings. So I'm going to do about 2 more. 1, 2. And as you guys can see, I have a nice background. I'll color it in later because I have to put my optical illusions on it first. I have a safety compass. Some of you guys have these from me. If you don't, ask for one in the school or find a circle, a lid, bottom of a water bottle, something. Put your safety compass wherever you want it. I'm going to put mine right around here. Pick a medium-sized circle that doesn't go off the paper. Hold it still and rotate around. I'm going to make maybe 3 circles, okay? So 1, and they can be different sizes. They don't have to be the same size. See, that one's going to be a bit bigger. 2, and I'll make this one a bit smaller. The smaller you go, the harder it's going to be, so don't go too small. But you can see I now have 3 circles of different sizes on top of my background. I am now going to take my eraser and erase. If I had drawn a bit softer, this would be a bit easier, but, all good. If you're able to do your lines more lightly, it'll be easier when you color to not have all those erase marks everywhere. Once you use your markers, you won't see any eraser marks, so don't worry too much. So erase everything inside your circles. And again, if you have a few eraser marks, don't worry about it, because when you color, you won't see them anyway. I'm going to recommend you use markers for this project. If you want, you can use colored pencils. It depends how bold. If you want a really bold project, then go with markers. If you want to make it more subtle so you can see light and dark areas, go for colored pencils or even crayons. All right, I'm going to flip this over so it's a little bit less annoying to see some of the lines in the background. I'm going to switch to using a marker so you guys can see a bit better for the optical illusion part. Use a ruler if you have one. And remember what we did in class. Down the middle, down the middle. I'm gonna do that to all 3 circles. I'm just gonna do one step at a time so I don't get mixed up and so you don't get mixed up. Middle, middle, and again, if it's not 100% in the middle, don't worry. Just eyeball it. If you really wanna measure it, you can measure it. If you wanna eyeball it, eyeball it. Remember how to hold your ruler. Spread your fingers out so you can hold it still. Don't hold it down here, it will lever, so to speak. So hold it in the middle and don't push against the ruler. The ruler is just a guideline. Just kind of drag your pencil or marker against the ruler. Your ruler should not feel like it's being pushed against. If you're pushing against your ruler, you're gonna have trouble and it won't work very well. Remember, pause the video anytime you need to, guys, you know that. I'm just continuing it because you guys have the ability to pause, unlike in class where you can't tell me, Mr. Stein, mannequin challenge, pause. You can try that. I'm unlikely to listen. So I'm doing each of my circles at the same time. So I'm repeating each step for all 3 circles. Point to point, top to bottom, right on the line, curve, then do the same on the other side. Notice how I'm rotating my paper. I'm right-handed. I find it easier to draw this direction, not this way. So I keep on rotating my paper to make myself more comfortable. Now, don't start on the point, start kind of in the middle, but on the line. Do another arc. Again, look how I'm controlling. My hand is on the table. I'm rotating to make that arc. I'm not up like this. Same on the other side. I just flipped my paper, rotated it. So again, start back on the point. You can do the same thing you did here. You're just rotating it to do the opposite direction. Curve, curve, curve. Flip your paper. Curve, curve, curve. So you can see you're almost done with your illusion. Same thing you did last time. Don't start on the point this time. Start here. Curve. 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 You now have your optical illusions for your balls. I'm going to outline the circle just so you can really see it better. See how I'm taking my time? I'm turning my paper as needed. And I have 1. 2, 3. So it takes me about 3 rotations to really get the curve that I want. So I keep on turning my paper so I have more control over exactly where my hand is. That way I can keep my hand down so it's steadier. See, when I can't keep my hand down anymore, I'm stopping and I'm turning the paper. It gives me more control. And you have your optical illusion balls. Now, I'm only going to color a little bit today in the video because I don't want the video to be super long. You guys know that because you guys had the ability to ask me questions in class, but also I sent you guys the final copy in your teams. So I'm going to pick complementary colors. Blue, its complementary color is orange. Green, its complementary color is red. Not red purple, just pure red. Yellow, its complementary color is purple. So I'm going to make each ball with a different set of complementary colors. The way to do this is to make an alternating pattern. So, it's going to take a bit of time. That's why I'm only going to do one ball. So it'd be blue, orange, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one color at a time and then fill in the opposite color afterwards. I find that easier than drawing one section blue, putting it down, then drawing the next section orange, putting it down, picking it back up. You know, this is, to me, more logical. Look how I'm controlling my hand. It's still down on the table. It's not up in the air. I'm controlling it. Small hand movements, not big hand movements. This is how you guys learn to color properly, without rushing, without scribbling, without giant hand movements. You're not trying to conduct an orchestra. And if you don't know what I mean, look on YouTube for conductors. Not conductors for electricity, actual conductors for orchestras. You guys will laugh with how big the movements are. That's not us. We are not trying to conduct our crayons or our colored pencils. And if you are, get more sleep because you need it. There we go, that's the first half. Flip it and continue. And we're almost there. And again, if you need to, oops, went outside my line a little bit, it happens. If you need to, mark your colors first with a pencil. You know, put the dots down so you know where you want to color before you color. You can always erase a pencil. You cannot erase crayon easily. Color pencil, a little bit more easily. Markers, yeah, not happening. So I have the first part of my optical illusion. I'd color the second part orange. Remember, blue with orange, purple with yellow, green with red. My background, I can make an alternating pattern, an A-B pattern. I can make it a full rainbow pattern using 6 or even 8 colors and keep on repeating. I would do some type of pattern. I would not just make it random and you won't like the way it looks. So this video should help you guys out. I'll continue this lesson in class with most of you guys either Monday, Tuesday, or Friday. Take it easy, guys. I'll see everybody back in school soon. Later, guys.